was nice that everybody was very supportive.
Got some weird
Roman,
noises.
that's exactly what I was going to ask you there about that fan reaction. Look, let's be honest. The Roman Reigns character has been certainly one of the more polarizing ones in recent years. But I'm wondering how surprised you were to get such.
That's better. Yeah. Strange audio on the podcast today. He didn't want to start like that. Good morning, everybody. It's the Rob from Kiss 106, along with my tag team partner in podcasting. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Thursday morning, Jerry Valeri. Good morning, Jer.
Good morning, Rob.
How are you?
Thanks for. I'm doing well. I'm getting ready to avoid Avengers spoilers for the next couple of days.
Hey, by the way, a nice shirt there, pal.
Thank you. Representing GBF. We're on them, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I might as well be wearing their shirt.
You're also twinning with Ryan O'Brien. I saw him wearing his GBF shirt today too.
Look at that.
So
he's got to be excited about the Avengers because he looks exactly like Hawkeye.
It is uncanny how much Ryan looks like Jeremy Renner. It is crazy.
It really is.
So, you're when do you see it?
Tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow we'll probably go to like the 4:00 showing. It's either tomorrow or Saturday. But I'm actually afraid to open up my show prep tomorrow. Like, I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to be spoiled. I've enjoyed those movies. I've watched them over the last 11 years. I don't want to know what's going on. But my job is to be plugged into news and social media. So I'm afraid it's gonna get spoiled.
I saw a little something in our show prep this morning. Did you see it?
Well, I don't know. What was the thing you saw? I saw something that maybe indicated more to me than I wanted it to, but whatever.
It just had to do with the post credits.
Oh, no, I did not see that. I saw it, but I didn't look at it.
Okay.
Nope.
So you don't want to know.
Don't want to know. I don't even know what they're going to do with the post credits because this is like the end of it.
Yeah.
At least this phase of it. No, I saw that Robert Downey Jr. is the only Avenger that has read the entire script. And that gave me too much information. So.
Really? That's too much for you?
Way too much. That tells me he knows he's in the whole thing, which tells me he makes it the whole way.
It doesn't mean that.
I don't like it. I don't want to know it. I'm telling you, I don't want spoilers. I don't want spoilers at all. And I'm talking to you, Mike Virgin. I don't want even. I don't even want it's not a spoiler. It's just a meme that gives away the ending. It's not a spoiler. No, I don't want a spoiler.
Yeah, you guys should. I have no interest in this, so I'm not going to go see the movie. So I'll just say, listen, guys, don't spoil poor Chair.
I will drive to Evansville and I will have a burger with Rob, and then I will bury you somewhere in the woods. Jer,
don't even use the word Avengers today.
Don't do it. I don't want to. It's not a spoil, but blah 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 dies. But
I'm considering doing. I don't do the midnight launch as much anymore. But at 9 tonight, I might pick up a video game if I'm still up or whatever. There's a midnight launch for. It's called Days Gone. Have you heard of it?
That's a zombie one. That looks good.
It looks really good. I put a pre-order down on that one, pal.
Yeah, get that played. Play that one.
I'm taking off Monday to play it.
I miss games like that. I can't really play games like that too often because I can't let the kids see it.
Yeah, you've got Red Dead. You haven't even played it yet, right?
I haven't even played it yet.
Poor Jer.
I played a ton of other video games, but not that one.
Guys, just remember this when you're considering posting Avengers spoilers. The poor guy hasn't even played Red Dead, and he's got the thing.
I've had it since Christmas.
He's had it since Christmas. He hasn't even opened it.
But because all Evan wants to play is NBA 2K.
Guy's got a sports fan as a kid. I mean, what's he gonna do?
He really is just all sports all the time. But he's a little comedy too. He's a little bit of a comedian for the talent show. He is doing stand-up comedy, and he told me a couple of his jokes last night. I think he's going to kill it.
Can we hear them?
Yeah. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet?
I don't know.
Supplies.
Okay, if he's got his father's delivery, he's going to be okay.
Right. What side of the chicken has the most feathers?
The outside.
Yeah, that was one he had, and then he hit this one. Kelly did not like it, but I did. Oh, I don't know where he got it. What do you get when you cross the Atlantic Ocean with the Titanic?
I don't know.
Halfway.
I feel like he's coming out with his strongest one if that's the order he goes in.
I don't think that's going to be the order he goes in. I like the halfway. How do you cut the ocean in half? He had seesaw. I like it.
He's got a whole joke book about halfway across the ocean.
I'd never heard the chicken joke before. That one crushed me. I'm surprised you knew that joke though. I
kind of just put it together.
Come on. You spoiled it.
I wish I could say my favorite joke here on the show, but there's no way I could do it.
I wish I could, because the kids don't think I'm funny. Like, they don't think I know any jokes. They're like, tell a joke. I'm like, I can't tell you jokes. And Allison was like, do you know any jokes about babies? And I was like, I know a lot of jokes about babies. I can't tell any of them.
There's 20 of them. That's the punchline. You can write your own joke, pal. Speaking of,
what are you crying about? I gotta walk out of here alone.
Yeah, we're just giving dirty joke punchlines.
Right.
So
and the worst part was I got blood all over my clothes.
All right, that's enough, Jared. Now you're not even being vague. Okay, enough. I get to see my son today.
Oh, Ultrasound City.
Yeah, it's like the hour-long. Let's find all of his stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna finally see the Bing Bong.
I can't wait. I hope he's hung just like his old man.
It's gonna be huge. Just like a salmon.
I want his junk to be in the 90th percentile.
Well, yours is. I think people don't realize that about you, but you're just a big dude in general, and your junk is like a fire hydrant.
Thanks, pal. I appreciate you putting the good word in after I got married.
Right. Well, that's it. Just you never know.
So, SmackDown kind of sucked.
Oh, it definitely started with a whimper. Like, boy, oh boy, we're doing a Roman Reigns, Shane McMahon thing, huh?
When did it leave the whimper phase? Because I'm not aware of it.
Oh, let's see. I liked the ending. I really liked the ending.
The ending being the match between Kofi and Nakamura.
Yeah, I think that they could have dragged out the Kevin Owens thing. Like, I really like Kevin Owens as the goofy face.
The turn. Okay, that made more sense. Yeah, I mean, it was something that I think was pretty foreseeable. I would have waited a few weeks, but maybe they had I don't know. I would have waited.
That felt like you needed to give it like a month or two, and they gave it 7 days. Because I thought it was working. I mean, Kevin Owens was over as the Big O, coming out with them, doing the Big E stuff. I don't know why they rushed it, but they did. But they rushed it really well. I mean, you have Big E hurt. You have Woods is now going to be hurt because he got powerbombed under the ring apron. And you've got Kevin Owens, who looks determined, staring a hole through Kofi Kingston, and Kofi has his first real challenger. So, like, I thought that was really well done, and it was really good. I like that they're not booking Roman right now to be the main event of SmackDown Live. It's coming, but it's not yet. I don't know. I love the Iconics, even though they had them lose right away.
You love the Iconics?
I do love the Iconics. I think that, like, I'm enjoying them more and more. Their promos are funny because they're lame on purpose.
All right, here's what I can do. Here's how far I can meet you. I think the Iconics are crazy hot, 1. And 2, I like them as champions better than Banks and Bailey.
Absolutely. Well, they cut good promos. I mean, the bell has to ring, and they're not great there, but I do enjoy when they have a mic in their hands. I'm happy about it.
See, they take the right approach with promos, because if you can't cut good promos, cut promos like that. They couldn't cut a promo like Becky Lynch cuts. So don't have them try. No,
they tell groaners,
correct,
bad jokes, and then they laugh at their own jokes. And when they get crickets from the crowd because they're not really doing that great a job, they put themselves over, which gets them heat. It's a way to work with your flaws.
Correct. Yeah. That's the thing. Not everyone's supposed to give the serious promos. And I don't think the Iconics that's not their lot in life, and that's okay.
I don't think I hated SmackDown nearly as much as you. Like, I didn't love it, but I didn't dislike it.
This was the SmackDown I paid a lot of attention to because I've been sick all week. I've been feeling terrible.
What about the Lars Sullivan stuff? Did you enjoy that at all?
What did he do again? Remind me.
He saved us from watching Chad Gable and Jinder Mahal. He came out and beat the hell out of Chad Gable. Then he beat the Singh brothers, and then R-Truth came out and he beat him up.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's fine. It's not great, but it's not bad.
I mean, they're going to put him over as a monster, and they're putting him over the low to mid card.
Did I speak presumptuously for both of us when I said SmackDown sucked? Did you disagree?
Kind of disagree. I don't think it sucked.
Okay, I did.
I didn't think it was great, but I did not think it sucked. Like,
what about all the inconsistent booking with having Andrade come back to SmackDown, Zelina back to SmackDown after we just announced that Aleister Black is on Raw, now he's on SmackDown? Give me a break. Come on.
Well, let's talk about that, because I have a huge problem with that. It didn't take away from my enjoyment, because Andrade coming back put on a good match and Aleister Black cut a good promo. But I hate that I don't know the rules. I mean, if I'm going to have a complaint about anything, it's not even the show. It's the writing of their shows and the booking in the back. Like,
I agree.
What are the rules?
You have all the time in the world to iron out your superstar shakeup. And then and I don't know if you caught this or not, but they casually mentioned that the superstar shakeup is still in effect this week, which no, it's not. It was.
And it will be next week too, I'm sure.
That's the thing. It's like, why can't you iron this stuff out when you have all the time in the world to do it? It's so annoying.
They keep changing their minds. It's like did they not? And I've heard different reports on why they did the Andrade move, why they moved him back. I heard that Fox kind of threw a fit because they want to have Spanish-speaking star on SmackDown, and that makes a lot of sense to me.
So
I heard Charlotte threw a fit.
Okay, so let me kind of start there. I haven't read anything yet. I've been so sick I haven't been checking my wrestling news, but let me explain something quickly that it probably will lend credibility to what you just said. So SmackDown started on the CW network. And one of the things about network television, which I'm sure I don't have to explain to you, but I might need to explain to some people viewing, network television is a way different deal than cable television. USA, Sci-Fi, any channel that SmackDown's been on after the CW is a cable channel. And its penetration into American homes is much smaller than a network channel like NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, because you don't need any extra equipment to pick up those channels. They use the actual airwaves.
You can get it over the air with an antenna.
Therefore, the reason that Eddie Guerrero was always a SmackDown guy was they really want a Hispanic star on that show because a lot of Hispanics watch network television more so than cable or whatever. Was always the way it was put in the Wrestling Observer, was just that's the situation. They have a very big Latino audience and they like having Latino stars. So what Jerry is saying could be totally plausible, but then this starts the domino effect, because even on Something to Wrestle With, the podcast with Bruce and Conrad, Bruce was saying that they try not to split up married couples if they can prevent it.
Right.
So here's what you had. Now, if you bring back Andrade, even though they're not married, you got Charlotte throwing a fit because her boyfriend is now back on SmackDown. So you're bringing back Charlotte. And then you've got, who was it, Sarah Logan that came over?
No, well, Zelina Vega comes over with Andrade.
That's right. Thank you. I meant Zelina Vega. You're absolutely right. So she has to come over because Andrade comes over because they're a thing on screen, but off screen, she's married to Aleister Black.
So now Aleister Black moves over, which broke up him and Ricochet.
Correct. So it's a whole domino effect that happens when Fox potentially throws a fit that one of the bigger Hispanic superstars went over to cable only.
So what we had last week was Michael Cole telling us that Andrade is now on Raw and that Aleister Black is officially on Raw. And then the next week, neither one's on Raw and they're on SmackDown. And Michael Cole once again looks stupid.
My thing is, couldn't we have done this later on down the line? Like it's October. So we've still got like
October.
6 months until we're getting SmackDown on Fox. Don't you think that you could? I would have waited I mean, I'm assuming they had a program in mind for all these guys. I feel like they could have. Yeah, I absolutely think they could have waited a little bit, give them a couple Raw programs, and then have them surprise right before SummerSlam. And just the notion that the superstar shakeup is still in effect made me want to throw my TV at the wall.
I hated that. I hated on Raw when you get, these 3 new stars from SmackDown and Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio and The Miz. So you put them in a match together. What's the shakeup? We've seen these guys fighting together on SmackDown, and now they're on Raw and they're in the same match. Same thing goes on SmackDown Live. It's like, oh great, so now we have
Roman Reigns and Elias.
Yeah, we have Roman Reigns and Elias.
Yeah,
great. We could have seen that on Raw.
But at least the match on Raw got us to a match we couldn't have seen. Like it's getting us to Rollins and Styles, which should be good.
Yeah, I mean that's good, and I think that I think the end game here, it's going to be Roman and Shane, isn't it?
Boy, I would assume so, but didn't I see a graphic for Roman and Elias?
Well, no, it's Roman and Elias at Money in the Bank, but they're building to a bigger, Shane, he's the Brock Lesnar of the McMahon family. He only wrestles at like SummerSlam or Survivor Series or WrestleMania.
Sure. Okay.
so you got to build him up. You can't just get the greatest in the world.
Boy, they may have found
Money in the Bank.
They may have found the one guy I'll pull for Roman with. They may have just done it.
He's still getting cheered, man. That leukemia dust is still paying off.
What else from SmackDown? Oh, go ahead.
What about the revelation that Becky's got to defend both championships on Money in the Bank? I like that. She's got a match against, and I think she's going to end up with 3 matches. So she's got a match against our girl, Lacey Evans, and then she's got a match for the Raw Championship. Then she's got to defend against Charlotte. And I bet you at the end of her second match, someone that won Money in the Bank's coming out.
Oh, you're going to do that to me?
I'm doing it. I should be allowed to do it at the Money in the Bank.
You're allowed to do it whenever you want to. It's just, that's why I hate this time of year. You know what else I'm anti?
What?
You think she's going to have 3? I mean, maybe she will. You know what, Jerry? You're not crazy, I guess. Whatever. You know what? It makes sense. If you're going to have 2, you might as well have a 3rd.
Yeah, have her beat all 3 of them. Have her beat all 3 of them. Becky 2 belts, bitch.
Becky 3 wins.
Becky 3 wins.
So the what was it?
Was she staying on SmackDown? Because they don't break up couples, right? Isn't she with Seth Rollins?
That's pretty new. And Bruce was very specific about when he said married couples.
Got it.
But it seemed to apply for Charlotte and Andrade.
Well, you haven't been looking at the news lately. There was a picture on Instagram. It looks like she had an engagement ring on.
Becky? Or Charlotte?
No. Charlotte.
Really?
Yeah. So that's speculation and blah, blah, blah. And I try not to get involved with all that crap. But once it starts affecting who's on what show, then I care. I don't care who's married to who. I liked it more in the 90s when everybody was doing it and DX was standing outside the door so Chris Candido couldn't find out.
This also gives me an opportunity for a joke that I'm just not going to take, but I'll just say that was fast, pal. So anyway, I had a thought about Money in the Bank too that I don't like.
Maybe she's trying to get married as much as her old man, like she was with Championship.
I wonder who's got the most divorces in wrestling. Like
Rick's got to be up there.
Who?
Rick has to be up there.
Probably. If any other names jumping out at you, Rick's a good choice.
Kevin Sullivan. I don't know. John Cena's only been divorced once.
I think so.
Undertaker's been divorced twice.
Flair's got to be I would think above 5, I think.
I'm looking. It's like top 15 wrestlers you didn't know got divorced. I don't care about that.
No it's not important. So Money in the Bank for the past year or two has been treated as a Big Five show or a Big Four show.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine if we're going to do it that way, but I don't want it to be back-to-back with WrestleMania, which is the biggest of the big shows. If you're going to have it, push it to June. Or, June preferably. I don't think it should be in May.
I agree with that. They screwed everything up because of Saudi Arabia, correct? Like
Maybe.
they moved a lot of stuff around because this is usually the Backlash pay-per-view.
You know what else I wanted to say? I had a few things about that, actually.
4 marriages for Ric Flair, pal.
I was close.
Yeah.
4 marriages or 4 divorces?
4 marriages.
Okay.
3 divorces.
So anyway, going back to the Saudi Arabia thing for just a second, and I know it's a fun thing for us to, a fun scab for us to pick when it comes to the greatest Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. I don't want to fight with you about this again.
Just hold on a second, pal. I've recently learned, if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to the booking of these Saudi Arabia shows, that they, I believe, are more profitable and therefore more important to the company than even WrestleMania.
I don't doubt it. The money that they're making off of it. Listen, WWE, I didn't know if there was ever going to be a window to talk about this. But if we're going to talk financials with the WWE, what I find interesting is WWE stock has reached $100. 10 years ago, I mean, it opened at like 9 or 10, and then it went to 12, and then it like languished around 16 forever. And then with the network and all of these international deals and the original mention of the Fox signing, even that shot it up to like 86, and then it went to 75, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, the stock's at 100. And they say with all these international deals they keep signing, the deal that they're going to sign with India, when everything is really signed and sealed and delivered with Fox, that it's only going up. I find it very interesting how financially viable the WWE is right now when their television product is worse than I can remember in the last 25 years. Their television product is the craps, and their viewership is going down, yet they're making money hand over fist. So it's
not the worst it's been in 25 years.
I'm telling you, dude, the TV they're putting out now, I know that the middle, early 2000s was rough, but this feels like that too, doesn't it?
No, to me, it's still lapping what was happening, I'll say 06 through 10.
You do say 06 through 10 was the worst, and the worst WrestleManias and the worst of it all.
Yeah, I look for, I mean, I even gave up for a little bit watching Raw. I was watching TNA to fill my wrestling stuff. I did not like 06 through 10 at all.
So we can't give it the worst moniker, but can we agree that it's not good? Like, but they're still, I mean, fiscally, they're lapping people. They're killing it.
And just, I don't know, with these network times, I just feel like it's never going to be as bad as it was in those 4 years.
I wonder what's going to happen. Is Raw no longer going to be the flagship?
No, I think Raw will still be flagship. I think you're going to see the barriers of the brand extension go away because I think they're going to want, I think USA is going to want all the stars, and I think Fox is going to want all the stars, and the only way to do that is to make them not exclusive.
Fox is going to want a lot.
Fox is paying a lot.
And they're going to expect some ratings, and Friday nights is already rough to get ratings.
I think Friday's a bad move, but I think that my understanding is that might not last that long.
Oh, yeah?
Thursday's the way to go, if you ask me. SmackDown debuted on a Thursday. I still associate it in the back of my mind with Thursdays, and I would love to see them get back to a Thursday.
The only thing that the biggest advantage they have with Friday is Monday's always competing with some kind of huge event. Mondays are competing with national championship games and basketball and football, and you've got Monday Night Football. Friday nights, you're not really competing with anything.
That's because the amount of people watching television is much lower on Friday night.
That makes sense. I don't know. Selfishly, I've been wondering how we're going to do our podcast. There's no way we can. I know we're not going to review Friday show on Saturdays,
No.
and we could review them on Mondays, but then we may have a pay-per-view to review instead.
I mean, the only thing that comes to mind is, maybe reviewing it on Monday, and then if there's a pay-per-view, kind of saying F SmackDown or doing a quick thing,
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll just cross that bridge when we get there. We'll see what feels right.
Sure.
And then one other thing to put a bow on the Greatest Royal Rumble thing was, if you guys want to see, because I heard this term thrown around like crazy, what a glorified house show looks like, which is what everyone compared the Greatest Royal Rumble to.
There we go. And I still think it is.
The Shield thing was a glorified house show. That's what a glorified house show looks like.
Did you watch that in its entirety?
Awful. It was awful.
I got 10 minutes into it and I was so bored. I was like, you know what? I've got other things to do in my life.
Did you see the big screw up from the ref on that Finn Balor Elias match?
No.
There's a clear the end of the match. Just watch the finish. They're trying to go home. Finn Balor clearly has Elias pinned clean, and the ref for some reason only counts 2. Elias' shoulders are clearly down, and then they go right into a different pinfall. I believe it was a La Magistral, and he counts the 3 there. The ref clearly made a big mistake.
Big gap. Where was he at WrestleMania?
Oh, it may have been the same guy. I don't even remember which one it was.
My goodness.
What else from SmackDown do you want to talk about?
Well, I didn't get your opinion on the Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and then Bayley. Charlotte and Bayley had a good match, I thought. I don't know. There was some pretty good wrestling on SmackDown. I'm surprised you didn't enjoy Finn and Andrade, and the Bayley match with Charlotte was good, and it feels like they're going to try to push Bayley a little bit. I'm okay with that.
None of that had any heat for me. None of it felt important to me. I felt nothing from them, to be honest.
What about the turn at the end? Did you see the turn coming? Because I didn't see it coming now. I think we all see it. I think we all saw it coming.
What you just said, I didn't see it so soon.
Yeah. So I thought it was good. You know how I feel about Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I mean, this could be. I mean, I haven't seen an opponent for Kofi at Money in the Bank yet.
It'll be set up this week. It'll be KO. KO versus KOFI.
Okay. I saw the Bray Wyatt Funhouse thing again. I'm getting more excited every time I see it.
I've watched it a bunch online too. Like
Have you really?
I have. I watched it a couple times, and I watched a guy talk about some things that you may not have noticed in it that I think were done on purpose.
Do you care to enlighten us?
Yeah. Like if you see, first of all, I was totally wrong on the name of the doll. It sounded like Emmy the first time I heard it, but it is definitely Abby the witch. So,
okay.
So that makes so much more sense.
Abigail,
with Sister Abigail. There's a picture behind him hanging on the wall. And it's like a little girl, and I thought it might be Abby the Witch. Some people say it could be like Nikki Cross could be joining this whole thing or whatever. But besides that picture, there's a nail in the wall where another picture was. But they purposefully put a nail there, hung something, and then took it down. And so there's something missing. There's just things missing there. There's a sombrero on the wall, and I don't think that there's anything there in that room that's an accident. So I don't know what the hell's going on. When he saws himself in half, and they there's a cool shot of it looks like roses growing out of the corpse. It's so good.
Well, then this can only mean one thing: the chainsaw, the sombrero. Invader number 1 is going to be a part of this.
It's coming. Invader number 1.
It's got to be him, right?
It's gotta be. First match in Puerto Rico.
Anything else worth talking about? I'm racking my brain for other things about SmackDown worth mentioning. I got the run sheet. I haven't looked at it yet. Hold on.
I looked at the run sheet. That's pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, we covered the Charlotte stuff, the Lars stuff. Paige is annoying.
Oh God, I hate her.
Elias and Shane are teaming up, and it's Roman. I mean, it really. That was that. I don't know. I was curious what you thought about them playing the same exact Bray Wyatt video 2 days in a row.
I mean, it's a sacrifice for SmackDown, and it's a bit of a blemish on SmackDown to get the same promo. But I mean, I feel like they should run it twice.
It's when they treat people like we're not watching both shows.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a problem with them showing it twice. I just feel like it shows you where they rank each show. Raw is more important, therefore it gets the debut. And that goes for everything like that, whether it's, the promo for all the NXT guys getting called up, whether it's the Buzzard promo or the Haunted House promo that Bray's been doing, or the Funhouse promo. They all go to Raw first, then they're seconds by the time SmackDown gets them.
Right, and now that it's airing on Raw and SmackDown, the Superstar shake-up continues because we don't know where Bray Wyatt's actually going to go.
That's true. So yeah, I guess it's not exactly clear that the shake-up is over.
Where's JoJo? Is she on anything?
She's on Bray Wyatt.
She's all over him. He put a baby in her already, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe he did. I think. Wait, did he?
I think he planted a baby in there.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Happy early birthday to Kane. His birthday's tomorrow. There's no birthdays today.
No birthdays today.
No, tomorrow's Crusher, Jerry Blackwell, Kane, and the Yeti.
Oh, and also John Cena.
Can't see him.
Anyway, is there anything? I'm playing the music now. Is there anything else you wanted to throw in?
No, I care about it. What side of the chicken has the most feathers?
The outside, pal.
No spoilers on Avengers. I'll unfollow you all.
He'll do it too. He'll do it.
Will.